Howdy, everybody. It's been 30 years, but I'm back. That was terrible. Worst Dr. Evil impersonation ever. It's been a while. It's time to come back. Beard Time Scott is back, everybody. So, I've got a review for you guys. It's been about 5-6 months or so since I got a review out or any kind of video for you guys in general. It's time. It's time for me to come back from my little break. Here we go. This is my first review of 2021. I apologize for any and all delays. This is a review that has been long overdue. I'm finally getting it out here for you guys. In December, I received a package from the Wizard. If you don't know who the Wizard is, I'm talking about Mr. Colin Gray from Fable Beard Company. If you want my honest opinion, he's one of the top 3 best companies I've ever had the chance to work with. And when I say that, the man came from nothing to having a facility in his home and now a facility that he rents or owns. I mean, I've watched this guy grow and I've grown with him. I'm really proud of the frickin' guy. He's done an amazing, fantastic job. And he just makes really good products. Let's just get that out of the way, okay? Today we are talking about Fable Beard Company's CBD line of the Grower scent. Okay, when I first heard about this, I'm comfortable saying this on camera now. At my old job, they were very particular about drug testing. And when I first heard about CBD products ever at all, I didn't want anything to do with them because my job my old job was very particular and would drug test you at the drop of a hat. Me, without looking into it, I just didn't give it any chance because I had this fear that it would have had me fail a drug test. I was completely wrong. You know, I thought the wrong thing the whole time. So get that out of your heads. I'm here to say, get that out of your heads. This you will not have any trouble with. CBD will not have you test positive and all that stuff. Maybe if you drink like a half a gallon of it or something, but don't do that. Anyway, CBD oil, if you don't know anything about it, I'm not going to go further deep into the details of it. There are tons of videos on YouTube. Dan C. Bearded has talked about it tons of times. Mo the Bearded Shark has. And my good buddy Dave from Bearded Motivation. Go to their YouTube channels. Look up their videos on the CBD oil. They'll give you more in-depth explanations for it. I'm here to tell you if this stuff works, how it works, is it worth the money? That's what we're here for, right? Let's get into it. When I first got this, I got an oil, a 1-ounce oil, a 4-ounce butter, and an 8-ounce co-wash. Okay? So when I receive it, let's go to the whiteboard. First thing, price. $30. $45. $40. When I received all this, it was $110. Let's be real, people. Most of my videos, when I talk about pricing, I go by the price of the average market when it comes to products in general. And let's be real, this is expensive. But before I go any further about that, there's one thing I forgot to say. If you're using CBD beard care products, you're stepping up your game. You're taking your beard to the next level. And I mean that. They are more expensive, but these things work very well. Before I go any further into the review, these products are not for a person who is on a budget and things of that nature. I understand it because I am too. But if you want to take your beard to the next level, you need to try these products at least once in your lifetime just to say you've tried it. Because you never know how good something's going to work for you until you actually spend the money and try it. Right? Right. So $110 for this trio we got going on here. And honestly, I've done some research. They're not expensive if you're in the market for other companies who make CBD oil products. These right along that borderline of where everyone else is. So if you're looking into that, you're not going to find any higher. I'm sure you'll find higher, but right here, this is a really good solid CBD price-wise. Packaging. If you've used Fable Beer Company before. I checked them out. You know that Colin has some of the best presentations and packaging there is in the game. I mean, come on. The wizard even makes stories for his characters. That's freaking awesome that he still does that. Packaging, cannot argue that. Performance. That's what we're talking about here. Performance for me. I've had these for months. I will tell you that in advance, as you all know. There's a half a bottle left. And I've been using it and sparingly for the simple fact, this stuff works. It works really, really well. When I use the beard oil by itself, because I've used this in all 3, 2, 1, individual. I've used them in all different types of scenarios in the last 5 months. I gave these a thorough test because I wanted to see how well they work for me. And I'm not on the hype train. I've never been one of those guys that is on the hype train. I want to know if it really works, and that's what I'm here to tell you. This beard oil. When I first started out, I will say I did use, because Colin doesn't offer a CBD wash per se. He offers a co-wash. His wash is like $10 for a 4-ounce bottle. It's a typical, I don't say typical, I'll say for me it's a standard beard wash that's a light stripping of the beard. It gives you a good clean, and it works really well. When I first started using it, I would rinse or wash my beard out with his beard wash, and then I started out just using the oil. When I used the oil, and I'm not making this up to scare you, when I used it at first, I used a little too much. So that was my fault. Cut it back. Use a little less, but when I'm using it, and I'm not saying this to scare you, I felt like a tingling on my skin, and it was good. If you ever use like a tea tree oil or something like that, maybe a peppermint, you feel a little bit of that tingle. I got that from using this, and I liked it. It was a little scary at first. Wait a minute, there's none of that in here. It could have been just my brain getting used to it. I don't know, but I still get that factor when I use this. And it may be just the mind over matter. I don't know. But I really like using this. Moving forward, I use the beard butter. Use it at nighttime at first just to see how well it worked. This is one of the best beard butters I've ever used. Hands down. Again, using sparingly. Very little. When I use it, you see this little bit here? I don't even need to use that much. I mean, I use this. I love it. The scent on this is like an oud apple. I didn't even talk about the scent yet, excuse me. The scent is like an apple orchard. That's the vibe I get from it. But there's a little bit of oud in it, and I don't really smell it. That's what's weird. The smell is just very refreshing. It's spring and summer. That's what I think of. I really enjoy this scent. But I use this beard butter, and it's the typical standard. I keep saying typical, I don't know why. It has a very little bit of grain to it when you look at it from the beginning. It melts down. No grease of any kind when I put it in my beard. The butter works fantastic. Fantastic for nighttime. So I decided, let me try to use the conditioner, because in the past year, I've been asking this question to eliminate beard butter or beard conditioner from your routines. A lot of people are saying in the long run to remove beard conditioner, co-wash, whichever you want to call them. This is how much I've used. I don't really need to use this anymore. Am I saying that it's not worth the money? No. When I use this, I found that I really didn't need to use everything all at once. And I'm not saying that you can't do that or you shouldn't do that. For me, I just don't need to use a lot of beard conditioner anymore. But when I use this one, though, it works wonders. It works absolutely amazing. Look how little I've needed to use. And if you're looking, the product separates a little bit, as you can see. I hope you can see that on camera. I don't really need to use this beard conditioner as much as anybody else would. And that's because my beard soaks these up and works very, very well. These two products here alone, when I started using this, I almost didn't even need to use the beard butter anymore. So that's telling me the CBD works for me. The ingredients: coconut, castor, jojoba, argan, sweet almond, fragrance oils, and then 50 milligrams of full spectrum CBD for the oil. For the butter, you get mango, cocoa, kokum, elipi nut, shea butter, beeswax, fragrance, and 50 milligrams of full spectrum CBD. Co-wash, I can't pronounce half these things, but when I used it and I reviewed it in the past, there is nothing any different on here than the this is 50 milligrams of full spectrum CBD in here. That's the only thing that is added from his other products that he's used. And I'm not gonna lie to you guys, this stuff there's nothing wrong. There's nothing that's not natural in here. This stuff works really, really well. I'm here to tell you that 100%. Now, feeling beard, this is one of the best I've ever used. And I feel stupid because all this time I was afraid that, in my stupid mind, that something would have caused me to fail a drug test. And I don't know why I ever thought that. I have no idea. But no, one reason is because I hated my job and I didn't want them to give them any other reason to drug test me for no particular reason. You know how that stuff goes. This stuff works really, really well. CBD oil and beard products, when I first thought about it and I heard about it, in my mind I said, what's the point? Does it work? Yeah, it works really well. In the end, as I've used these, and I'm still using these, I found myself, just for me, as you can tell, I don't need to use a lot of beard conditioner when I have these. That's not to say that it wouldn't work for you all that way. I'm just telling you from my point of view, I think this stuff works really well. I just don't need to use it as much. This butter works wonders. And I'm excited because I'd like to try some of the other scents that Colin offers. He's got like a cologne one, and some coffee ones now. They have my interest. But this stuff works wonders for nighttime. Anytime, really. But if you want to wake up with like a pillow soft beard, use this in the nighttime. And if you're a guy who just has a smaller beard and you want a very soft beard, give this a try. I highly recommend them. Overall, my rating. Normally, it goes on a 1 to 5 star rating. And the number one thing that on my whiteboard is pricing. Honestly, it's expensive. These things are not cheap. But like I said, if you want to take care of your beard more and you want to take your beard to the next level, these are definitely worth the money. So what would I give this rating? I can't lie, guys. As much as this is expensive, I can't honestly put an asterisk beside the pricing because these are in perspective across other companies. This is right across the board in their prices. So it's really not expensive if you're going on that comparison. I got to give these products right here very solid 2 thumbs up, 6 star Beard Times with Scott review rating. I can't lie. This is not a paid review, in case you guys are wondering. These were sent out to me for free. Thank you, Colin, for doing so. I appreciate it very much. But I've waited for this review particularly for a while because I wanted to give these things a thorough review for you guys and tell you if I actually did like them, if I did believe in them, if I recommend them. Because you know my reviews are not bullshit. They are not. If I don't recommend it, or if I wouldn't buy it myself, or if I wouldn't use it, I would tell you guys. I would buy these products, but I couldn't afford to buy these on a regular basis. But this is something that I would definitely want to buy one time to try. So that's what I'm here to tell you guys. Is it worth the money? Yes. Spend the extra money. Give it a try. I do have a discount code you could use if you'd like to. It's BTWS15. That'll get you 15% off at fablebeardcompany.com. And they also have a website for the CBD oil as well. And I'm pretty sure that it works on that website as well. And I'll link both of those in the description box below. Once again, Mo the Bearded Shark, I hope you're watching this. The Fable CBD line, very solid 2 thumbs up. 6-star Beard Times with Scott rating. I highly recommend you give these a try. All the links in the description box as usual. Go follow the wizard on here on YouTube and follow him on Instagram. And use my discount code if you'd like to. BTWS15 gets you 15% off. Thank you all very much for sticking with me. Keep on bearding. Guess I'll see you soon.